Hello everyone, this is John Fenari from the Sociology Department at Queens College. This video will demonstrate how to use Google Drive to make a copy of an existing spreadsheet and how to use Google Sheets to modify an existing spreadsheet. So you can see I've logged into my Google Drive account, and here is a Google Sheet or spreadsheet file that I have created. It's called John's Sample Sheet. I'm going to right-click on that sheet and go to the option that says Make a Copy. You'll notice now I have two spreadsheets in Google Drive. The second one says Copy of John's Sample Sheet. I'm also going to right-click on that again and rename that. I'm going to call that John's Modified Sheet and select OK. Now I'm going to open that sheet. And you'll notice that that sheet opens up in a new tab in my browser. Now if you wanted to create a new spreadsheet, it would be easier to start from scratch. But I want to take a couple minutes to modify this existing sheet so I can demonstrate how to edit and format an existing spreadsheet and show you a few tricks. First thing I'm going to do is delete this graph. Just click on the graph and hit the delete button on your keyboard. I'm also going to delete these lines here below my data table that have descriptive statistics. So I'm just going to highlight those three rows, right click, and select delete rows 10 through 12. I also want to delete this column with the count variable. So I'm going to right click on column A and select delete column. Now you'll notice that also deleted the title because these cells above the data table are merged. So when I deleted the column, I actually deleted a section of this merged cell. That's okay, we're going to rename the title later anyway. I'm going to take this middle column, this gender column, and I want to clear the data there. I want to change that variable. So I'm going to right click on column B and select clear column. And now it has deleted all the data from the column, but it's left the formatting. Next thing I want to do is I want to add a couple more students. I'm also going to add two new variables. So in between name and exam score, I'm going to add study time. And to the right of exam score, I'm going to add sleep time. And then I'm going to fill in these cells with a study time, an exam score, and a sleep time for all these students. Now the first thing you'll notice is that these new areas that I've added, so the three new students and the new data elements that I've added, look different from the existing table. Well, I could reformat these cells to match the existing area, but I may not remember what color red or what color gray I used, and it may be hard to match them up. So I'm going to show you a new trick called the Format Painter. I can steal the formatting from these cells and copy them to these cells. So I'm going to highlight this area here. I'm going to go over here to the little paint roller looking icon. It says Paint Format. Select that. You'll see it's highlighted that area. And then I'm just going to highlight the area that I want to move the formatting to. And now I've copied the formatting. I can do that vertically or horizontally. So now I'm going to copy this area and paste that formatting there. Now I have a table that looks uniform. The last thing I want to do is create a new title. Now you'll notice I have this weird thing going on here where I have these three cells are merged and this one is not because this is a new column that I've added. I'm just going to highlight those two areas, hit the Merge Cells button, and now it's going to merge those four cells together and I can add my title. I've added my title. Do study time and sleep time influence exam scores? You'll notice that the title is longer than the area available, so when I click somewhere else, it doesn't all fit here. Well, there's a trick to fix that. We can highlight that cell, and over here, there is a button that says text wrapping. If I click it and choose that middle option that says wrap, it wraps the text down into the cell so that you can read the entire cell. Again, it would be easier if you wanted to create a new data table to just start from scratch, but wanted to refresh your memory about some of the tricks for formatting and show you some new tools for modifying an existing spreadsheet, because oftentimes your data will change and you'll want to come back and add some new data to that spreadsheet.